All right, what's going on, everybody? Isaac Fleischer here, and welcome to another iHoopsFL interview. Now, before we begin, make sure you guys follow me on Instagram at iHoopsFL. It's where I post all the highlights, all the best clips, anything interview related, anything I've done. That's all gonna be found on my Instagram at iHoopsFL. So definitely make sure you guys give me a follow on there. And also for you guys, maybe you want to see any of the other work that I've done around the world of basketball. I also post all the articles I've written for a company down here in South Florida, along with some recent recruitment info I've been getting about some of these guys I've interviewed before. But anyways, enough about me. Let's bring on our guest right now. What's going on, man? How you been?
What's up, man? Chilling.
Yeah, that's what's up. And it's obviously cold there too, so you're chilling like physically as well, I guess, right?
Yep.
What's like the coldest? I heard it gets like super cold in there in Minnesota. What's like the coldest it's ever gotten?
Bruh, it gets crazy. Negative last year was like -30. That's probably the
Oh man,
coldest we
that
had
is
last
bro,
year.
that's terrible. My mom would like
Yeah.
really flip out if I. What do you when it's negative or no when it's like let's say 10 degrees outside? What do you wear if you have to go outside?
Uh just the regular stuff. Hoodie, jacket. I don't wear no gloves, I don't wear no hat, but that's like regular weather in Minnesota, so you get used to
So
it.
so if it's 10 degrees outside, you'll just walk out in just like pants and a jacket. And that's it. Like no,
Oh
not too much
yeah.
layer like that.
Yeah, it's normal.
Man, that's just so crazy. I have one friend. I said this in the previous interview. He's like, I don't know why. I think he finds pants uncomfortable or something like that. And he skis. And he was out in some like ski place. And I guess like it was like negative something degrees. And he shows me a picture of him just in shorts. He said the pants were uncomfortable. He's wearing like a short sleeve shirt and shorts and like negative like 10 degrees, something like that.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, I would never do something like that. My mom wouldn't let me. She gets mad at me like when it's like 30 degrees here, and I'm like I just want to wear like pants and like a long sleeve shirt. She'll like get super mad at me. Like I can't do that. It's not allowed.
Y'all got it good over there in Florida though.
Yeah, it's pretty
Y'all
it's
lucky.
pretty nice except for like yeah I mean it gets kind of nice, but it rains a lot. Like
Yeah, that's one thing. It's probably one downside, I would say.
and when it gets hot, like it gets like really hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like it's better to be like I like being hot than cold, but if you're gonna be outside, like you'd rather be outside in the cold weather than outside in the hot weather because you'll like sweat and all that stuff. I mean, if you're as long as you're bundled up in the cold, like you can't like nothing can really stop you.
Facts.
Do you guys play like basketball ever like outside in that weather or never?
Nah, not really. No, we don't do that.
Yeah, because like see because here obviously it's doesn't get that cold, but like we've like for the JV team when I was like with my JV team when we play outside, I mean like it was cold for Florida like that was pretty hard. So I was wondering like you've never ever like played basketball like outside like 30 degrees or like less or something like that.
I mean, I have, but it's not like normal. I wouldn't want to do that. But like you're 75 degrees, that's like I'll do that any day.
Yeah, it's that's like the perfect temperature I feel like. But anyways, get right to the interview. So that big matchup, it was on ESPN. Amani Bates and Yipsy Prep. You guys recently faced them. So what was your mentality heading into that matchup?
For me, I just wanted to go in, kill everything, um, prove the doubters wrong. Everybody that's been talking down. Um, I just wanted to prove who I really was. Show everybody what I can do. Yeah.
And I'm sure this wasn't your first, big game or something like that. Like I'm sure you've had other things that have happened where you've kind of blown up a little bit. But when people, mention your name on national TV, like obviously there's tons of viewers watching. That's kind of how I heard of your name on stuff because I have the game on, and then I hear your name like being called by whoever was broadcasting it. Like, was that? I guess when the game ended, like, did you kind of have like an explosion, like a ton of followers or a ton of people, like, so all of a
Oh
sudden
my
knew who you
goodness.
were because of that game?
My phone was going crazy after the game. Like I think I gained at least 2,000, like 2,500 followers from that game. Man, but that all that stuff just comes with playing. Like you play on big stages like that, you perform, you show out, you get all the followers, likes, all that stuff's gonna come with it. So yeah,
And just after you play a game, like I feel like for me, the one thing I could maybe have that relates is like every time I wake up in the morning, I always see like how many followers I gain, like anything like that. Obviously, it's not 1,000 like in an hour, but it could be like like
Yeah.
3 overnight, something like that. It's kind of what I get sometimes on a good day. Like after you finish a game, it's something a lot of basketball players do. Like all of a sudden they go on their phone and they see like what highlights people got of them or what pictures or how many followers. Like is that what a lot of basketball players do as soon as the game ends?
What'd you say?
Like, is that something that basketball players do a lot? Like, once the game ends, like I know they're always like on their phone, like as soon as it ends. Is it because they're checking to see like how many followers they just got from it, or like any pictures
Oh
or
yeah.
mixtapes that were just made or something like that?
Yeah, I try not to worry about too much of that stuff, but when you got people mentioning you all day and commenting on your game and stuff, you're definitely gonna see it, and it's definitely a blessing to see some people critic your game and some people that you look up to. So yeah.
And you mentioned people that you look up to. I mean, have you gotten comments maybe from like a clip, maybe even post on like another like a big time media company or somebody maybe that you've watched in the NBA or in college or something like that, like comment something nice about your game? And if so, I mean, like who was it and just like how that feel?
The big one for me was Isaiah Thomas. Man, that made me that really opened my eyes. Like he inspires me. Like we're both small guards. I think we're the same height. Is he 5'9"? I'm not sure, but yeah, we're basically the same height. Yeah, that inspired me a lot to for him to mention me on his Twitter and all that stuff. That was crazy.
And like when you see a comment like that, obviously you said it like inspired you, but just were you like trying to almost like control? Like, were you just like so excited you were trying to control yourself or something like that, or you kind of play it cool? I mean,
No,
when you see a guy mention you like that on Twitter, uh, it's not like they even saw a clip like in front of them. That means they just thought of you and typed it out. Like that, that's just a big deal.
yeah, it's kind of funny because when I first got in the locker room, Prince was like, "Yo, Donovan, check this out." He was like, and I was like, "What is it?" He was like, "Isaiah Thomas just tweeted you." First thing I did, I screamed in the whole locker room. I was like, "Ah!" Everybody started screaming too. So it was a crazy moment, man. It was, and then I saw everybody else tweeting. Man, it was crazy.
Yeah, it just sounds unbelievable. And obviously, if Isaiah Thomas is going to tweet something out about you, you must have had a really good game. So, does what led you to have such a successful outing in that game?
Yeah. Um. Well, for me, um, Larry, my Coach Larry, he pulled me to the side during warm-ups. He was like, "You shouldn't have anything less than 20 points tonight." So that gave me all the confidence in the world. When someone believes in you, trusts in you, and allows me to play my game the way I want to play it, that just makes me take my game to a whole nother level. So shout out Coach Larry, shout out Brian, shout out Coach Q, shout out Coach Bruce, all them for sticking with me, riding with me. So give me the confidence to do all that.
And your coach having that much confidence to you. I mean, obviously, like there's some big time guys on that team. I mean, everyone knows, Monty Bates. Then there's my guy Javon Hanna. He's on there. He's the guy with like the long hair. Then I'm pretty sure Dylan Hunter's on there as well. And then there's I think like maybe one other like really elite guy that I'm forgetting. But just like why did they have so much confidence in you? Being a kind of under the radar 2022 guy against all these guys that are nationally ranked and like probably like double digit offers and all that stuff.
Well, they know what I'm capable of doing. So I've been doing this since I was, little, a youngin. So it's not really a surprise to them. They know what I'm capable of. I've hit, you know, 10 threes in a game. So it's not really, they know what I can do out there. So yeah. And my teammates know too. They know to give me the ball when I'm hot. I try not to force anything. So just let the game come to me. And outcome was that.
And you say, 10 threes in a game. I mean, that's obviously like a lot of shots. I can't even get, I'm telling you, like, I don't shoot threes. Like, I'll airball every single one. My mid range is all right, but I just can't shoot threes. I don't know, man. My range is like that. But just what are your keys to becoming such a good shooter?
Well, for me, it's all about repetition. You don't have to have the prettiest shot to be a good shooter. Like if you watch me shoot, my hands going all the way out here. I follow through sometimes. I don't follow through. So for me, it's all about repetition. I've kind of mastered. Well, I wouldn't say mastered, but I've kind of really get to know my shot pretty good. So I know how to release and all that. So yeah, I watch a lot of film too. A lot of Steph Curry, Trey Young, all them guys. To see how they don't really have to plant to shoot. That's something I've really been working on too. Just catching and shooting, step backs, crossovers, off the dribble shooting, all that. So yeah.
And you show me your hands, like it looked like it looked like your follow through. You said it looked like you like pushing your hand to the side almost, like something like that. Was that like sometimes
Yeah.
how you follow through? Like, can you show me like your follow through?
Like so like my hand goes out this way, my guiding hand goes out that way. And I don't know why. It's always been like that. I have no spin on the ball. I don't know how my shot goes in. But like I said, it's all about repetition. You just need to get a lot of shots up, stay in the gym, be productive, all that. So yeah.
And that's what I'm wondering because even though I'm sure like once you do it so many times, like I'm sure you'll get used to it. But have a lot of people corrected you, like your shot, like you should maybe keep your guide hand, I guess the palm of your hand like facing in or something like that, and not going out like that. Like, have you kind of had a lot of criticisms, um, at least while you were like growing up and just like working on your shot
Yeah.
every day? People trying to perfect it, and like how are you able to handle that?
Yeah, I definitely received some criticism about my shot. It's not the best form and all that, but when I continue to shoot like how I do and come out and splash eight threes on ESPN and hit big time threes, big time shots continuously, it really shuts them up. So I haven't really been hearing it lately. So if it goes in, it goes in. You gotta live with it.
And you mentioned guys, like Steph Curry, like Trey Young, just a ton of great shooters in the league. Obviously, unless I just haven't like noticed, but I'm pretty sure like their follow through, is pretty like perfect almost. They don't have their hand like
Yeah,
going like that.
yeah.
Like what are you trying to take away from them? Just since I guess everyone's form is different, but your form compared to theirs is extremely different. So what are the main takeaways
Yeah.
that you're trying to get when you watch their film?
Um, Just their movement, like everything about their game. I try to watch. I try to translate that into my game. So whether that's dribbling, shooting off the dribble, or just ball handling, watching their workouts, everything about them, I just try to translate. I try to make it into my own little game of mine. So yeah,
Yeah, and one of those guys that you and I mentioned a second ago, Trey Young. I'm pretty sure a teammate Chet Holmgren. I think he said that like your team's Trey Young or something like that. How does it feel,
yeah.
receiving that compliment, obviously from such a highly touted recruit like that?
Yeah, it was pretty big. Me and Chet been playing with each other for a long time, so he's gotten used to how I play. So yeah, that's pretty big compliment from my boy Chet.
And why do you think he's kind of made that comparison? Obviously, you mentioned like watch a ton of film and kind of take away lots from their game. But you could have pretty much picked like there's a ton of good shooters in the league. Kid picked any one. He chose to pick Trey Young. So why do you think he kind of made that comparison between you two?
Well, we're both on the smaller side of the guards. We're both quick, pull up from anywhere. Quick release. A lot of confidence. He keeps shooting when he doesn't. Things are going his way. Um, so yeah, I think that's why he made that comparison.
Oh wait, did your phone just buzz or was that just mine?
I think no,
I
yours.
don't know. I don't know if your phone buzzed, but it says I guess the 76ers they just traded Al Horford for and a first round pick and second round pick to Thunder for Danny Green. Wow.
That's crazy. And the draft is
Yeah,
on too
I
tonight
always get
too.
phone too. I'm like to get the same alert. But anyways, moving on to the interview. So I just talked about Chet, another guy, Jalen Suggs, who obviously played with a ton of talented teammates, and there's even more. But just for the timing's sake, I'm not going to mention every single talented guy you've played with. So what have
Yeah.
your experiences been like playing on such stacked teams with such high level players?
It's really elevated my game to the next level. You get to learn all the little stuff, all the specific details to really up your game and have that edge on your opponent. Because they go to all the USA camps and play against five stars every day. Um, so they just give me tips on like how to bring my elevate my game to that next level, and uh, and we just got good chemistry, and it's good to play with them big time players too because like just like a perfect example is the ESPN game. Like if you show out, all the coaches are gonna be watching because they're gonna be watching Chet, Jalen, Prince, all them guys. So if you show out, the coach is gonna be right there, waiting for you.
And you mentioned big time games. One of those big time games, Sierra Canyon. I think I was play like the arena was packed or sold out or something crazy like that. I mean, probably more than some NBA games sometimes. So it was always that experience like uh, being underclassmen and playing in a sold out NBA arena.
Yeah, that was by far my favorite game I've ever played in my life. It was like 17,000 people. That's probably the most nervous I've been before a game. But once you get out there, start playing, go up and down the court a couple of times, you block all that stuff out, block the noise out. But yeah, it's cool to play with all them guys. Man, that was crazy.
And just being a shooter, where I'm sure you just shoot a ton in game. I feel like if there's a packed crowd, like the one person I think I would want to be is like a shooter, just because it's almost like it's all on you if you're missing your shots. Like like a lot of people can maybe like boo you or hate on you. I mean, obviously if you're making them, like it's gonna be crazy. But I also like being a shooter, even in drills and practice. Like if it's a drill where it's like you need one more shot, like that's like a lot of pressure. Uh, I feel like so. Would you kind of say just because of the way you play on that stuff, like you maybe had a lot more pressure on yourself in packed crowds than other people?
Uh, I think it's not. I don't feel any pressure. I just always play my game, stay true to myself. I've always had that edge, so that pressure stuff don't really get to me. And I played so many big games and big stages that I don't really care. Like if I miss a shot, I don't care what you're gonna say. I'm gonna keep shooting. Like it's no difference to me.
And bringing it back to that advice that you received from Ted and Jalen, you said about elevating your game. Like what specifically did they kind of say about you that could really take your game to the next level?
Um, it's mostly, it's basketball stuff, but it's mostly like mentality. So like stay level headed, be that leader, be that control leader, stay under control. Uh, just be vocal. Um, kind of like how he was for our team for what, 5 years, 4 years. So yeah, just mostly the mentality stuff from him. But that stuff's really I really took that to the chin, took that to the heart, and I've used it. So yeah.
And how has your recruitment process been, especially as of recently?
Oh, my recruiting process is it's going crazy right now. Um, I want to say after the game, I had about 35, like 30 coaches follow me on Twitter. Um, yeah, it was just crazy. Right now, the two offers I picked up were South Alabama, Toledo. Um, they took a chance on me right away. Um, South Alabama's really been talking to me heavy. So is Toledo. Um, yeah, it's really been picking up a lot.
And just having like a recruitment explosion like you did. I mean, I think it was two offers in one day. And you said after the game, like 35 plus coaches followed you on Twitter. I'm sure
Yeah.
like having a follower just in general explosion is one thing, but when it's college coaches, where I mean this could really like make or break your future, and all of a sudden a ton of college coaches are following you, hitting you up. There's a lot more stuff that could just really affect you as we move on in the game of basketball. Just what's that all been like?
Um, that it's to have coaches text you and tell you how much they love your game. It like brings a certain type of confidence to you that you can just keep doing what you're doing. I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. Um, but yeah, all the coaches that follow me, um, they're gonna be recruiting me. So I can't wait for what the future holds for me.
And out of the couple are, I think it's like maybe four schools or something like that. But out of the handful of schools that offer you already, which ones would you say are contacting you the most?
Out of the schools that offer me, probably South Alabama so far, yeah. But still got a lot of time to go.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm sure, like, also because I'm sure, like, maybe the whole signing period thing, like, they gotta focus on like the seniors first. I mean, just having a few offers is obviously better than a lot of people. And in terms of interest, I'm sure a ton of schools have been reaching out to you. Which ones have been showing the most recent interest in you?
For interest, Akron, Illinois, um, UC San Diego. San Diego just called me yesterday. Um, yeah, they're still coming in. Still texting my phone, texting my coaches. So yeah, I can't wait. I just gotta keep performing and can't wait to see what the future holds. This is a bright future.
Definitely. And just sticking to like you said, keep performing. When do you know like when's your next like big game?
I'm not sure because of the COVID stuff, but this weekend we got the top 100 camp in Arizona, so should be a lot of good competition there. Uh, hopefully I'll show out. But yeah, after that, I don't really know what's next for hoops.
Yeah, I mean, luckily for you guys, like you've pretty much played in, I mean, the border league, and then I think you guys have been in ESPN twice. Like you pretty much got enough exposure for a whole year. Um, Even though I'm sure for you, like the stuff you've done throughout your career and the guys you played with, it's kind of like not that much, but really like that could set you up for a whole year where you could just play one game on ESPN. I mean, you're kind of good with that.
Yeah, but one thing for me is I got a good circle around me that doesn't allow me to get too comfortable and too complacent. Um, I just try to keep working every day, so it's not like a one game fluke, but um, I just want to keep showing people that I can do this regularly, which I've been doing, but on a big stage, it's much more pressure, a lot more eyes on you, but yeah.
Definitely. And what have you liked about playing with Team Sizzle so far?
Oh man, Team Sizzle, best program in the state by far. Coaches take care of you like they're your own. All of the players, they show love to one each other. They don't care who's eating, who's not. Everybody eats. That's all I'm gonna say. Everybody eats. Everybody's gonna get theirs. Whether that's offers, gear, recognition, tweets, everything. You gonna get yours when you with Team Sizzle. And shout out to Coach Brian, Coach Larry, all them. Like I said, they take care of everybody.
Yeah, it just sounds super awesome. I mean, obviously, like a good program is one where it's not just like one star, something that carries a whole team or a whole program. It's where, like, what you said, like everybody eats. I mean, like, 10
Yeah,
guys or however people on your team compared to one like superstar. I mean, it's always, I mean, quantity over, I guess not really quality, but just the more quantity, the better in a circumstance like that for sure.
yeah.
And obviously, again, no idea what the rest of the season has in store for us. Whether there's going to be more games, whether you may have even played your final game already a few days ago. But if there's still more stuff this season, what are your goals for the season?
Um, just to keep doing me. Um, I have a much bigger role this season. I don't have Jalen to bring the ball up every time and find me in the corner and shoot threes all game. I got to start stepping up as the point guard and bring the ball up, controlling the team, being a leader. So I'm gonna be working that all season, trying to perfect that for me in the future for like future games and stuff.
For sure. And before you do head off to college, what's one thing you'd like to accomplish?
Whew. One thing I like to accomplish.
Or no, like, there could be just like in like It could be a ton of stuff. It doesn't need to be one thing.
I want to win one more state tournament. That's what I want to do. I miss that atmosphere. Hopefully this COVID stuff goes away, but yeah, one more state tournament. That I'd love to do that. Get all tournament team. Yeah, I'd love to do that.
Yeah, it does sound awesome. And you're saying, I miss that atmosphere and all that stuff. What makes the Minnesota state tournament, just so special?
Oh man, it's a lot that goes into it, but it's the pregame stuff, the postgame stuff. The practices leading up to it. We're all hype and we're all ready to to put on for our school, to show to make a name for ourselves. And yeah, just do good on the national spotlight.
Yeah. What happens like the pregame and like the postgame? That's like special. I mean, what do they do over there?
Well, for us, we always get high. We always listen to music. We always, rap battling and stuff. So we got tons of energy that we just ready to unleash. Um, so yeah, all that stuff's amazing.
Okay, so it's not even like I guess the crowd or like the fan atmosphere. It's just more like the energy that you feel when you're
Yeah,
playing a state championship game. That's just like no other.
yeah. Well, the crowd too. Our fans are the best fans in Minnesota high school sports by far. So that definitely goes into it too. But I was just saying, like for us, we create our own energy and we go into the game just hype and ready to kill everything that's in sight. So yeah.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. And before we end this interview, is there anything you want to plug or anybody you want to shout out?
Shout out my uncle, man. My uncle Rick, he been working out with me for the past couple months, letting me use his weight room and stuff. Shout out my mom, my dad, little brothers. Yeah, shout out all them, man. My family.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. Well, anyways, make sure you guys give us a follow on Instagram at jiggy.d30. And I'm at iHoopsFL. And anyways, for 2022 Minnehaha / Team Sizzle point guard Donovan Smith, I'm Isaac Fleischer. This has been another iHoopsFL interview. Peace out, guys.